In recent years, the population of Ireland has grown and diversified. Socially, economically and technically, we face challenges and opportunities like never before. Imagine a regular city, town or county, like any up and down the country. As the sun begins to rise, people are beginning to stir. As similar cities, towns and counties across the country also come to life, we can see the extent to which local authorities power the community around us. Showering, washing, cooking, cleaning. Today, people will use millions of litres of fresh, pure water at home and at work. Roads and bridges, bus corridors and cycle lanes, streetlights, traffic signs, phone lines and broadband connections. Thousands will use these facilities to support business, tourism and jobs. Apartments and houses, playgrounds and greens, refuse collection and litter bins. Every year, local authorities help tens of thousands of people secure suitable accommodation, and they maintain these neighbourhoods with daily services. Libraries with foreign language books and courses, festivals that celebrate diversity, community arts, galleries, museums and theatres. Many will enjoy events and classes that foster community spirit and bring people together. Local authorities provide communities around Ireland with over 100 different services. Of course, this couldn't be done without a lot of help. Thousands of professionals work for towns, city and county councils all over the country. In a moment, we'll return to our town. But first, let's look at what exactly a local authority is. Who runs them and how do they function? When we talk about a local authority, we're talking about a county, town, city or borough council. There are 34 city and county councils and 80 town councils around the country. They are all headed by a manager and run by teams of professional staff. Working alongside the staff are the people who represent you, the councillors. Councillors are elected every 5 years, and their primary role is to develop and determine policy. They also liaise between the community and the local authority, tracking problems and identifying solutions. This reflects their representational role. As well as providing services, local authorities make and enforce local laws, called bylaws, on issues like litter, graffiti and pollution. And they collect charges and taxes like rates, motor tax and driver's licence fees. Each year, local authorities spend approximately €10 billion providing services to the people of Ireland. They have departments dealing with planning and development, water, environmental protection, housing, social inclusion, arts, culture and parks. But that's just the start. Thousands more work in supplementary areas: scientists, firefighters, lifeguards, librarians, road workers, dog wardens, the list goes on and on. All of them are dedicated to creating and supporting better local communities.
Thank you. See you next time.
Let's return to our town. As people start their day, showers run, kettles boil, and plants, farms and factories come to life. Meanwhile, across the country, local authority employees are also preparing to go to work.
I'm Tom Kinirons. I'm a Senior Executive Engineer with Dublin City Council. Every day, 540 million litres of water is produced and supplied to the Dublin region. We cater to over 1.4 million customers. Water from the Dublin and Wicklow Mountains is treated at the City Council's 3 treatment plants at Ballymore Eustace, Roundwood and Ballyboden, and at the Fingal County Council plant at Leixlip. Here in Ballymore Eustace we produce 275 million litres of water daily, and this is distributed via a network of reservoirs and distribution mains to the population.
Most of us think nothing of turning on the tap to get fresh, drinkable water. But in reality, this water has travelled many miles before it reaches our homes, and when it leaves, it travels many more.
My name is Paddy Higgins. I'm a wastewater treatment manager working with Dublin City Council. This is the Ringsend Wastewater Treatment Works. It's one of the most advanced treatment plants in the country. After people use their water, that's when our job begins. We take wastewater from homes and businesses in the Dublin area, and using a 3-step process, we remove pollutants before discharging the water when clean into Dublin Bay. The treatment plant now means that water going into Dublin Bay is cleaner than it has ever been.
Keeping water clean is critical, not just for us, but for the plant and animal life that share our resources. In fact, it's so important, the European Union has developed regulations for water standards all over Europe. In Ireland, local authorities help enforce EU regulations like these. When it comes to water, that covers not only our taps and treatment plants, but also where the water finally ends up.
My name is Greta Gormley, and this is Ladies Beach in Salthill in Galway. Beaches that comply with very strict criteria are awarded the European Blue Flag Award every year. Here in Galway, we have Blue Flag beaches in both the city and county, and this helps us to attract Irish and overseas visitors who look out for the Blue Flag beaches. I've been a beach lifeguard for 4 years. I'm a medical student here in Galway, and it's a fantastic summer job. It's also very responsible and requires a beach lifeguard qualification. I love this job because it means working outdoors during the summer months. We move around between the city and county beaches. Our normal duty roster is from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Many people don't realise that we're part of the local authority system, and I suppose the same applies to workers such as vets, wardens, firefighters and the like.
Back in our town, dawn is giving way to early morning, and people are on their way to work. Every town and city needs business. Local authorities help attract investment through the provision of infrastructure, industrial parks, and broadband networks.
Merck Sharp & Dohme are the 7th largest pharmaceutical company in the world, and with the support of the local authority and the IDA, announced plans to build a new €200 million vaccine facility in Carlow, Ireland. This is our first vaccine facility outside the US, and we were drawn to Carlow due to the foresight of the local authority to pre-develop this ideal site and the required infrastructure. The Carlow local authority demonstrated strong leadership and a deep commitment to economic development. We see a great future for MSD in Ireland.
Attracting businesses and jobs is key for any area. Just as important, however, is the need to provide opportunities for those outside the conventional workforce.
My name is Jarlath Judge. I'm the project manager of Carlow Rural Information Services Project, also known as CRISP. CRISP is a network of 6 computer training centres located throughout County Carlow, including the one here in Carlow Town. And in the rural locations, people would not have had any type of access to computers or facilities like this before we came along. In our training centres, we provide lots of different training courses. We do everything from beginners to ECDL to digital photography and website design, as well as computer maintenance. We also use the centres as drop-in centres where people can use them like internet cafes. Some people would use them just to go on the internet or to send emails to their friends and families. And in other cases, they come in and they want to type a letter, they want to update their CV, and they can do all of that in here. All our staff are familiar with computer applications, and when people come in to type a letter or whatever they happen to be doing, if they run into trouble, there's always somebody there to give them a hand. And that's a very positive aspect of the entire project.
Save the document there.
Back in our town, it's lunchtime. As people move from work and schools to shops and cafes, an assortment of empty wrappers, bottles and cartons hit the bins and, unfortunately, the streets. Local authorities employ over 300 full or part-time litter